Did you say I've got a lot to learn? Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn, since this is the perfect spot to learn. Teach me tonight, starting with the ABC of it, right down to the XYZ of it. Help me solve the mystery of it. Teach me tonight. The sky is a blackboard so high above you, and if a shooting star goes by, I'll ask that star to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Must the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Teach me tonight. Come on, Egan. The sky is a blackboard so high above you, and if a shooting star goes by, I'll ask that star to write I love you 1,000 times across the sky. One thing isn't very clear, my love. Must the teacher stand so near, my love? Graduation's almost here, my love. Teach me tonight. Come on and teach me. Teach me tonight. Oh, yeah.
That's how we open the show tonight. Yay. Edward, it's so much fun to see you and to make music with you.
It's nice, yeah.
We don't get to do this
especially
much.
this show, because when I saw what you were doing, I mean, I have to tell you the truth.
Hey, it's true.
Truth in advertising here, and that is that he didn't even tell me he was doing this show. And then I see what it's about, and I called him and I said, Egan, what's the matter? You forgot about me? And I don't know why I became Italian all of a sudden, but anyway,
You did become
yeah,
Italian.
well, come on up. That's good. Let's do it. Because, you know, I love these Sammys, especially Sammy Davis and Sammy Cahn. And, of course, that was a Sammy Cahn song that actually was, I think he told me, because I did know him, not to drop a name, excuse me. But we'll talk about that later. But that song was recorded by the most artists of any song that he ever wrote, and still being recorded. So he wrote so many great songs, and we'll talk all about Sammy Cahn tonight.
Yeah, we got 3 great Sammys to cover tonight, and yeah, so this was a show inspired by a quote from a movie that was never actually made. Play
That's
it again.
right, Casablanca.
Yes.
The quote was, tell him the quote.
Well, we'll talk about it later because
okay.
I may have the song sung, and it happens to that the person singing it is an expert on the movie, so we will talk about it.
We have an expert here?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm
one of
tingling.
us.
I'm excited.
And Ed McLaughlin, I just want you to know that Susie Bartles thanks you very much. And you'll know what that means.
Mystery. By the way, I have Michael Troutman tied up in a closet somewhere in your house, and so I've taken over the co-hosting tonight. And Michael, I'll let you out. I always wanted to
He's watching us. He's watching us from Boston right now.
Okay. He's in Boston?
He's on a train. I'm coming back
he's
from
on
Boston.
The train.
From a
Oh,
convention.
there he is. Greetings from an Amtrak train.
Uh-huh.
Well, safe travels, Michael.
That's when you should have taken. You should have done this song tonight, Eddie. I took a trip on a train.
And I thought about you.
Yeah.
That's the one you made me learn. You remember that?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Mercer.
Yeah, we have to listen. I'll come back for.
Well, we're gonna have fun
anytime.
tonight. It's going to be a fun night. We have our first guest, other than Eddie, you're going to co-host with me tonight. You get to be Michael tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's what
And
we said.
but our first guest is somebody that you guys have always known of each other, and you just finally got to meet tonight. And I've known him for years. First time on the show, and first time I remember playing for him. Please welcome Barry Warren.
Yeah,
Look at you.
Look at Barry. We are, we're both sort of, we're both band leaders for our whole lives.
Yes.
And so when we met tonight, we started talking, and then we just never stopped.
Yes.
We could go for hours.
Yes, we
I
have
think.
more to cover. It was
Yes.
sort of like a support group for
It was
ex-band leaders.
Ex-band leader support
so
group.
we
yes.
thank Bob Egan for that.
And after several decades of leading bands and playing weddings and dealing with brides and moms and caterers and florists and
Oy.
planners,
Oy.
we need a support group.
Yeah, and a drink.
Whatever gets you through the night.
Absolutely. By the
What are
way,
you going
I
to sing
have-
for us? What are you going? Oh,
And,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, and I have to follow Eddie Bruce.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Barry is the leader of a group called Hot Club Philly, right?
Hot Club of Philadelphia, yes sir, which has been booked many times by Bob.
Many times with Bob Egan Entertainment. And now tonight, you brought me one of your merch. I have a Hot Club.
Always be clothing, but he's good. This kid,
I
let
have
me
a-
tell you, forgot about it. With this kid,
I have
That's
a
a nice
Hot
shirt.
Club Philadelphia
So
T-shirt.
what's the tell the people the groove of Hot Club,
Well,
because
I
it's
jo-
got a special kind
Yeah,
of genre.
so it's basically we love the music of Django Reinhardt, which you've heard from the French gypsy, Manouche gypsy. So we started from using that place. We're using that format, but we'll do shows like at World Cafe. We're going to be there December 1st. Just happen to remember that, and we'll be with the lovely and talented Phyllis Chappelle, by the way.
love her. What a great
Love her.
So, la la.
We love her.
And so we do sort of sometimes a Beatles meets Django meets the Beatles and John Prine and
Gypsy
Dylan.
jazz.
That would have been a great meeting. I'd like to have
that's
seen
right,
that
yeah,
meeting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Not as great as our meeting.
They have
but
a great
yeah,
they have a
that's
great sound, and they wear the white dinner jackets, and it's a smart group. I'm a big fan of the Hot Club Philadelphia, and
That's very cool.
we're
But you're
antiquing-
here to represent right now one of the Sammys.
but
Yes, sir.
let's talk about the next Sammy that you're going to represent.
Yeah, so Sam Cooke, who was the quintessential soul singer, started out as a gospel singer, and I'm going to do Don't Know Much About History, and I have the lyrics taped right up here, yes. I can see me and Eddie Bruce right here, and there's Bob. Bob's a handsome
He really is.
Right, yeah,
He
right.
has.
It's-
All,
We're
all,
all timeless fellow.
all of the work he's had done has been so effective.
Oh
we're
my
having
God!
too
It's like
much-
a Rap Pack night
We
tonight.
just loosen up. We have to do this again.
This is a Rap Pack.
This is good, yeah. Okay.
Well, let's do our song, Barry, and then we're going to have you back
Without further
back
ado.
later in the
Yes,
show
sir.
too, and we'll say goodbye to Eddie. He'll be back.
I don't know much about history. I don't know much biology. I don't know much about no science book. I don't know much about the French I took. Girl, I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. I don't know much about geography. I don't know much trigonometry. I don't know much about no algebra. I don't know what a slide rule is for. But girl, I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this could be. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. I think that maybe by being an A student, babe, I could win your love from me. Don't know much about history. I don't know much biology. I don't know much about no science book. I don't remember all the French I took. But girl, I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. La ta 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 ta. Science book. La ta
Nice, Barry. I'm so glad to have you here. And apparently Barry can do like the whole Sam Cooke songbook, and I'd almost want to do a show with you and just do all Sam Cooke all night. But we're gonna do another little bit of Sam Cooke at the end of the show with you. So I can't wait already.
All right, thank you.
So much fun to have you, Barry. And so Eddie, you're back. Oh, Eddie, you're back, and you're gonna sing now.
I am. You know, when I saw you were doing the Sammys, I mean, Sammy Davis Jr. is in a world of his own as far as entertainment history. I mean, the guy, maybe nobody is as great and who had so much talent as he did. I don't think I'll ever be matched, but he was always a hero of mine, and I think he was even underrated as a singer because he did so many other things, but he really was a great, great singer. And I know you know this story, but I just wanted to tell everybody that I got to meet him, and it was sort of like a thrill of a lifetime, but it was also like a panic time. Do you remember this story?
Yeah. Tom?
You do? Well, then you tell it.
No.
I'm sorry. I was kidding. This was back in the days I was doing Dancing on Air, okay? So it's like a long time ago. And a local charity in Philly was honoring Sammy Davis Jr., and he was coming to get his award, and they sold out the Bellevue Ballroom in Philadelphia, 500 people, and he was going to come in and get his award, say a few things. He wasn't going to sing. And they booked me with a trio just to sort of do background music. And I said, absolutely, just to be in the room with him. And the morning of that dinner, they called and said, hey, we have a great idea. Why don't you bring the whole band and open the night with a medley of Sammy Davis hits? I said, what? I mean, he's going to be in the room, right? He's going to be right there, and you're telling me this morning that I'm supposed to do that? Sure, I'll do it. And so I got the band together. We worked something out. It wasn't that good, I can promise you. I wasn't even doing cabaret yet. I was still just, doing parties and stuff. He comes in, he sits down on the dais. They introduce me. I sing this little medley. And he jumps up and runs to the stage. And he gets right up in my face with his finger pointing at me. And he said, kid, that was awesome. He was always so incredibly, over the top, I guess you could say. And I'm looking around thinking, oh my God, where's the photographer? I can't believe I'm not going to have a picture of this moment. And I didn't see one. And then 3 weeks later, I get a package at my office, and I open it up, and this is what was inside.
Wow.
Me and Sammy. I look about 12.
You were.
And he's just pointing at me, and he's, we chatted. I couldn't even believe it. And I have that, of course, hanging in my office, and it's one of my cherished memories. So there was nobody like him.
Wow, I love that. Wow. What a great memory.
Music cue. We all know this one, right? Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sigh, soak it in the sun, and make a strawberry lemon pie? The Candy Man. Yeah, the Candy Man can. Well, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it with chocolate and a miracle or two? The Candy Man. Yeah, the Candy Man can. Well, the Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good. It was ironic that Sammy Davis Jr. had his biggest hit with the Candy Man because he didn't like the song. He went in the studio and did one take and walked out and sold 5 million records. Not bad. He was, of course, that was written for Willy Wonka by Anthony Newley and Leslie Bricusse, and he was a champion of all their songs. And Tony Newley and Sammy Davis were like brothers. He recorded every single thing that Tony wrote, and they really loved each other. The Candy Man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can't even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow, dip it in a dream, separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream. The candy man, yeah, the candy man can. Well, the candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. And the world tastes good 'cause the candy man thinks it should. So they were so close. They really were for so many years. Until Sammy asked Tony Newley to direct him in a road company a version of Stop the World, I Want to Get Off, which was Tony's show. And Tony knew it wasn't going to work. He knew how hard it could be to work with Sammy in that kind of an atmosphere, and he begged him not to let him out of doing it. Finally agreed, and within a few months they were in court, and it didn't work out. They never spoke again. It was incredibly sad. But Tony Newley was quoted as saying, when he heard Sammy Davis sing this song that he wrote, it was like watching his 3-year-old take their first steps. That's a high compliment. What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. What kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love, that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. What kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love till I don't give a damn? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I Thank you.
Wow.
Sammy.
Wow, man.
Wait, I have buttons I have to push. I'm doing Michael
I'm
here.
going home
There you
now,
go.
Eddie.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave just yet.
That was very
No, it
nice.
gets
I
worse.
love the arrangement. That's a fun arrangement, a Dean Schneider arrangement.
Yeah, and it's
Play
fun
all
to
of
tell
those.
the stories because, you know, there's always a story behind a song. And I love that they were so close. As a matter of fact, if you ever want to be really entertained, go on YouTube and just put in Sammy Davis and Tony Newley, and a 14-minute medley of all of Newley's songs will come up with just the two of them doing it. And it is extraordinary to watch what they had going together. It's a shame it didn't last. Tony tried to make amends and get back with him, but Sammy wasn't having it.
Yeah, it's a sad story.
Yeah. But they
Well-
were great friends.
While I'm getting ready to, I'm going to introduce our next song, which is also a dedication to Sammy Davis Jr. I want to say hi to some people out there too. I see Kevin Gray's out there, and TJ's watching us in Florida. Glad you survived the hurricane, my friend. Same with cousin Patty in Florida, and Dottie Rudnick, and I saw Matt Kelly's out there, and Michelle Mercado, and Judy Jones, and Dottie Rudnick.
Well, who
and
isn't
Penny
out
Katz. Everyone's out there.
Everybody's out there.
Because our crowd, you know, our audience, Eddie, has really good taste, and when they see Sammy Cahn, Sammy Davis Jr., Sam Cooke, they're like, this is good stuff.
Barry Warren.
And they see Barry Warren and Eddie Bruce on that bill, you know.
Yeah.
Susan Bartles and Jack Sabatino. I mean, it's a draw, baby. Well, anyway, our next performer couldn't be here tonight, but we recorded his song 2 weeks ago anyway. So please welcome Tony Ruggieri.
Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I've gotta be me, I've gotta be me. What else can I be but what I am? I wanna live, not merely survive, and I won't give up this dream of life that keeps me alive. I've gotta be free, I've gotta be free. The dream that I see makes me what I am. That faraway prize, a world of success, is waiting for me if I heed the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's the chance I can have it all. I'll go it alone, that's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I've gotta be me, I've gotta be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am. That faraway prize, that world of success, is waiting for me if I heed the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's the chance I can have it all. I'll go it alone, that's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I've gotta be me, I've gotta be free, daring to try to do it or die. I've gotta be me.
Great song,
Great
song. Well done, Tony. What a great, perfect Sammy Davis Jr. song. I Gotta Be Me.
That song
Great
gets
song.
a bad rap. You know?
Yeah,
It's like in some quarters that's sort of thought of as trite or cliched, and I always love singing it. I love what it says. I think it's beautiful melody, and I just never got the whole thing that, about it being like even overdone or whatever. I love the song, and great job.
And hi, Wally Watson and Patricia down there in South Jersey, too. And all the other people I missed earlier. Jimmy Two Canes, I know you're going to be watching the show later when you get home. And I'm sorry I missed you last week. But we love you, baby. We love you. Thanks for always being at our shows. Anyway, it's time, Eddie, to bring on the next singer. And we're going to start, this starts a big chunk of, we start with a big chunk here of Sammy Cahn.
A chunk of Sammy Cahn.
A chunk of Sammy.
Why not?
Sammy.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote, you can't even begin to cover all of the great songs he wrote over so many years and 31 Academy Award nominations. Come on. It's incredible. Nobody's come close to it.
While she is singing, if you can, right behind you, right next to Nat King Cole is I can see it to the left, my Sammy Cahn book. and I want you to pull it
Behind
because
me
I'm going to be
this way?
talking about it. Yeah, but you can do it when
Okay, I'll look for it.
when Sue's singing because
Whatever you need, Bob. Just
it says Nat King Cole, and then you can right behind you to your left, and then you'll see Sammy Cahn. Anyway, so I'm going to introduce Sue. Sue Bartles!
Yes, she is.
Yay! We'll get Sue's camera angled a little better. Just tilt it a little to the side so we can get her
Can I help
center.
you do that? Here, wait,
Just
wait.
tilt to
No,
the
no, no,
side
this is-
a
I don't know
little.
if I get
No,
big
the other way. There you go.
There we go. Is
That's
that
probably
okay?
pretty
Oh, there
good.
you go.
There you go.
Can you tell me anything about this song that I don't know, Bobby?
About, I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. Eddie can, I'm sure. I
I
can't.
don't know. I mean, I know that he wrote it and it's gorgeous, but I don't have any story. He didn't tell me any stories about this one. No, just sing the heck out of it because it's beautiful. It's one of those torch songs that Sinatra loved to sing, and
My favorite kind of song.
yeah.
And Rhoda Rogers just tuned in just in time to hear you sing.
Hi,
So
Ro.
Rhoda, where you been?
Hello, Rhoda.
we love Rhoda.
As we do.
She's here.
Love Rhoda.
All right, here we go. We got Sue Bartles here. Hi, Sue.
Hi, baby.
Good you made it.
I'm always happy to be with you, Bobby.
We always have a good time. And are you going to toast Ed McLaughlin and his bourbon he left you?
Haha, thank you, Ed. God love you.
We love Ed
It's
McLaughlin.
almost as good as Jim Beam.
All right, that's what you'll get next time. Uh-huh.
The torch I carry is handsome. It's worth its heartache in ransom. And as the twilight steals, I know how the lady in the harbor feels. When I want rain, I get sunny weather. I'm just as blue as the sky. Since love is gone, can't pull myself together. Guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. Friends ask me out, I tell them I'm busy. Must get a new alibi. I stay at home and ask myself
Nice, Suze.
Yeah, Sue. Beautiful.
Well, we have another song we're going to do too. Eddie, did you find the book? You had
I
your
did. It took a long time,
You had your hand on it the whole time.
but I found it. Yeah, I have the Sammy Cahn book here. There it is. Yes.
How could you?
I
have
got a
it?
book from him too. You're not the only one.
How could you have it? I'm looking at it here and it's still on the shelf. Oh, maybe the cover's on the shelf and you pulled the
No,
book.
I have the cover. Maybe the back cover's
The
gone.
back cover's still on
Yeah.
the shelf. That's what I see.
It's a little messed up.
All right, we'll talk about that later on anyway.
But you know what? I do have a little story about the next song that Sue's going to do.
Oh, good. We like stories.
He had
Right,
a story
Kevin
about
Gray?
almost every song. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him once on the radio when I was doing some talk radio. I had him for an hour, which was such a dream. And he said he ran into the room where Jimmy Van Heusen was with this great idea for this song. And he said, I got it. Listen, love is wonderful the second time around, just as beautiful with both feet on the ground. And Van Heusen looked at him and he said, no. Love is lovelier. And Van Heusen gave him that lyric, and he said, oh my God, that's so much better. And just as wonderful, and of course the rest is history. But I love the lyrics to this. I'm done.
I think. Oh, you are? Are you done? Are you finished?
I'm done.
Hi, Will Clinton in Florida also. A lot of my Florida people watching tonight. And Beth Hansen.
Bobby, I don't know if you have time to tell them anything about my concert.
Yes, tell them about your concert before we did the song.
Yeah. I'm doing a show on November 1st and 2nd at Pebble Hill Interfaith Church in Doylestown with the George Sinkler Band.
Ooh.
And my friend Chris Chadwick will be opening for me. It's basically, I've had a lot of health issues in the last year, and George started a GoFundMe page for me. And this concert is largely to thank all the many people who donated so generously. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope if you all are interested, I'm sure you could get in touch with Bob or somebody and they'll tell you how to get in touch with me.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's great. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
And you and George have been working together for
25 years, yep.
probably 30 years
Well,
at
you
this
started
point.
us out, honey.
Gotta
Yeah.
love some George Sinkler.
Back in our days at Odette's.
Super.
We've got a great band. Yeah.
Well, this song has special meaning to me now because this year, my dear friends Frank and Sharon got remarried to each other. And I said, I have the perfect wedding song for you. And Michael Troutman came down and sang their wedding song. And this was it because they own this song. This was not only the second time around, but the second time to each other. And
Even
it was
better.
a lovely wedding.
That's pretty special.
Yeah. All right.
Love is lovelier the second time around, just as wonderful you think, perhaps, that love like youth is wasted on the young. Love's more comfortable the second time you fall, like a friendly home the second time you call. Who can say what led us to this miracle we found? There are those who bet love comes but once, and yet I'm oh so glad we met the second time
Nice, Sue.
Beautifully done.
Nice song, nicely done too. Oh my God, look at everybody tuning in. Hi, Aaron and Kathleen Brzezinski, and I saw Janet Moskis is out there too, and I missed a whole bunch of people earlier before Sue sang that I just was surprised. I love seeing you all out there, and Ed McLaughlin. And I want to thank a couple special people while we're getting ready for our next singer. Eddie, because we like to thank, oh, there he is. Is that Jimmy Two Canes? He has made it. Yay. Thank you, Jimmy. You made it. And Vika's here, also from Florida. I want to thank some our really special angels who have been so amazing to keep our show going, which is actually all of you. We have no sponsor for the show. We have just all of you. So we have a lot of little sponsors, a lot of big sponsors. And I want to thank Jean Jekyll and the Jekyll family too, and Catherine and Gretchen and Ed and Sylvia, and Happy and Sam Shipley and Ted and Kathy Fernberger, and the Convery family, and Joan Maloney and Sue DiCrescente, and Dr. George and Donna. You guys are amazing. Judy Polinovsky, Andy and Marianne, Ed McLaughlin, Patricia, Marjorie. You're amazing. Jay and Peg, Bill Tomer, Dan and Dee. You guys are all the best. Thanks for being with us all the time. Hi, John. I see you, John and Jennifer.
There's so many people who love you, Robert.
Well, I love all them. I truly
know.
love everybody.
I mean, I personally never understood it, but
Yeah,
apparently
I know.
people really like you.
It's a weird thing, right? You know?
I've never gotten the whole thing, but yeah.
And Michael Chapman's watching on that train, and he says everyone sounds good tonight.
Well, if Michael said it sounds good, then it must sound good, because Michael knows what he's talking about.
So
I'm just warming
anyway,
this
so
microphone
what I
up
was,
for him.
yeah. All right, and I'll come back to that all later. And anyway, so we have our next singer. Please welcome back live in the studio, Jack Sabatino.
Hey, Jack. Nice to be here. We have to fix you up.
Oh, Jack! Now you're like the opposite of Susie. You are 3 feet taller than
There
her
we go.
when you stand and when she sits.
Tall and handsome.
Oh, thanks.
Looking good.
There you go.
Hollywood.
Do you know anything about this song, Eddie? It's
What's coming up? Let me see. You know, it's just one of his earlier ones. You know, I don't know much about it except that I've always loved it. I think was it Doris Day that had the
Yep.
big hit with us. Yeah. But I know that used to do this really long Sammy Cahn medley, and I loved doing a little bit of this just to tickle it. It's just a cool song. It's unbelievable how many great songs he really wrote.
Yep. You know what Jack should do? Jack, just, you know what it is? Take a step back. Take the microphone and then pick up the stand and step back a little bit. That's what Michael's saying from afar. He's directing.
And
then tilt the
directing
mic
from the train.
Now tilt the mic down.
Down a little bit. There you go. That's
There, just angle it so it doesn't cover your chin. Like tilt it down.
Point towards you a little bit.
just the mic itself.
The mic itself.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, yeah, hang on. For client.
Up and then tilt it.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, it's Sicilian. It's blood silver clamp. Thanks so much.
Now speak into
Thank
it.
you, Cecil B. DeTrotman.
It would cost me $1,000 in the Kimmel Center.
Now, Jack.
for a guy to come do that.
Yes, get it close to your mouth so you can.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. All right. Anyway, Jack, great song.
You sigh, the song begins. You speak, and I hear violins. It's magic. The stars desert the skies and rush to nestle in your eyes. It's magic without a golden wand or mystic charms. Fantastic things begin when I am in your arms. When we walk hand in hand, the world becomes a wonderland. It's magic. How else can I explain the rainbows when there is no rain? It's magic. Why do I tell myself these things that happen are all really true? When in my heart I know the magic is my love for you. It's magic. It's magic without a golden wand or mystic charms. Fantastic things begin when I am in your arms. When we walk hand in hand, the world becomes a wonderland. It's magic. How else do I explain those rainbows when there is no rain? It's magic. Why do I tell myself these things that happen are all really true? But in my heart I know the magic is my love for you.
Jack, smooth. Steven. Jim Nichols is out there loving it. Everybody's loving it. So, Jack, we were talking earlier, and I wanted you to sing this next song because this is the song that has nothing to do with any of the Sammys, not anything to do with the Sammys. But it's the song that inspired the quote that doesn't really exist that inspired the show. Because Play It Again,
Can you
Sam.
explain that again? What?
Right. So Play It Again, Sam was never actually said in the movie Casablanca, right?
That's true. Eddie started to tell the story earlier, but the first time that Dooley Wilson, the pianist, plays As Time Goes By, he's with Ingrid Bergman, Ilsa, and for old time's sake, he plays for her. And then Bogart hears that, gets upset, and later that night, he's alone having several drinks, and Sam is in there playing some stuff, and he says, "Stop! You know what I want to hear, right?" And he says, "You played it for her, you play it for me. If she can stand it, I can play it." Right. And the word is play. Words are play it. He never says, and no one ever says, "Play it against Sam."
How do you think that became the quote? Somebody must have picked
Well,
up on
Woody
it.
Allen, did the movie later,
that's
many
true.
years later,
Right,
but
right.
I really don't have any idea on it, other than, they know Sam is
Yeah.
the piano player, right? Piano players should get recognition, I guess, right, Bob? So, anyway, that's how that
we
how
know that,
happened.
right.
But
Urban legend of sorts.
But anyway, I'm happy to do it tonight, and it was, of course, not composed by any of the three people we're honoring tonight, but I'm happy to do it.
I thought we should at least sing this song, right? And Jack, so thank you for
Never
doing
get
it.
too much of this song. This is just great.
You must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts filled with passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
You played it for her, you can play it for me, right? I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts filled with passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks for doing that.
It was fun.
When I play that in Princeton on Thursday nights for my friends at the Nassau Club, we have a thing where we start saying all the sayings, like round up the usual suspects. We'll always have Paris. Of all the gin joints in Princeton, you had to walk into this one. You know, this is our every night. So.
It's like the standard of standards.
It
That one and
is.
it had to be yours, sort of like the most standard of standard songs.
And hi, Aileen. I see Aileen's out there, and Christy,
Hey,
and
Aileen.
also John Finley. You're all tuning in because y'all love this music. It's good music. Eddie, you're on. We're back to you.
So, by the way, I wanted to get my plugs in, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I schlepped up here an hour. At least let me get a plug in, right?
Absolutely. Where
So
you
listen, Friday nights you can find me with the Dean Schneider Trio at Ristorante Luca in Bordentown. It's a joy to sing with those guys, and it's a wonderful place. So come on up and see us, Ristorante Luca with 2 C's. And I was invited this year to do something I've never done before, which I'm really excited about, and that is I'll be singing in the 6 ABC Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Wow,
Yeah, isn't that wild?
that's huge.
I hope I'm not a turkey. Get it? Anyway, I sing in front of the Art Museum, and you'll never be able to tell that I'll be lip syncing. I'm just getting that out there right now.
Watching it.
Yeah, you will be. I'll have the mic like this so you can't see my lips.
Filming it.
But that should really be fun. A great way to start the holiday season.
Where is the Ristorante Luca?
Ristorante Luca is in Bordentown. Yeah, and it's just a
That's
gorgeous
amazing.
restaurant with a supper club that looks like New York and a big Steinway and a beautiful stage, and I get to just go up and sing with the greatest musicians. So it's a joy. It's a really, really nice gig.
It's the same piano that I'm playing on right now, but a
Yeah,
brand
Steinway
new
B.
one.
Yeah,
But
it's
a brand new one.
Brand new one. But that's cool. This show is so near and dear to my heart. You know, I'd mentioned earlier that I that I had gotten to meet Sammy Cahn, and he was always one of my heroes. I love lyrics, and he wrote just such great lyrics. And so we had a mutual friend, a great Philadelphia guy named Lenny Tesler, and Tesler put us in touch with each other. And first time he brought me to New York, and I met Sammy at it was some office with a big music company. And anyway, he took me out to lunch at the Friars Club. So I'm sitting there with Julius LaRosa. Remember him?
Yeah.
Sammy Cahn, Lenny Tesler, and me. And I was really young at the time, and I knew every word. And Sammy's looking at me like, how do you know the words to these songs? And we really hit it off. And his major concern all during lunch was the rye bread. It wasn't quite the rye bread he was used to, and he was not happy about it. Anyway.
Did not make the cut.
Then Leonard was filling in at WWDB, which was a talk station, and he got me Sammy Cahn for an hour. And we spent an hour just talking music and taking phone calls. I have the interview. I saved it, and I'm thrilled with this. But one of the things he told me, Bob, was that if I ever needed him, even though he's been gone for many years, we could conjure him up. And I could ask him some questions. Do you think your audience would want to see if we could reach out to Sammy?
Why don't you just see if you can ask him a question, see if he'll answer it.
All right, so one of the things I always like to ask great songwriters of this era is, people like to say, with today's music, they just don't write them like they used to. Sammy, do you think that's true, Sammy Cahn?
No, I don't. So I think that every era requires its own creators. And the people who are writing songs today, in 25 years, people will look back and say, they're not writing them, they used to write them. I will give you my favorite quote. Whatever the number one song is at this moment, I wish my name were on it.
Yeah, every songwriter probably feels that way.
That's a great quote.
Sammy, thanks for coming in so fast from the cosmic, wherever it is you are. That was really, really well done. Now, you wrote so many songs for Sinatra, so tell me how important Sinatra was to you and how important Sinatra really was to the world.
Well, I want to tell you something. On my front door, I have a sign that says, protected by Westinghouse, supported by Sinatra. He is an incredible, I think in the history of entertainment, when it is finally written, his name will be 1, 2, or 3. There is no career to match his career. Let me put it another way. I have a nightmare in which I wake up and discover that Sinatra is Lionel Richie, and he writes his own songs.
God forbid, Sammy, right? Oh, that would be terrible.
I love that.
So in all the years you wrote the songs for Sinatra, Sammy Cahn, did you ever have to coach Sinatra or tell him to sing a lyric a different way or to do something different with one of your songs? I can imagine that'd be tough.
But when he came to the end of the song, and all at once it seemed so nice, the folks are throwing shoes and rice. You hurry to a spot that's just a dot on the map. You wonder how it all came about. It's too late now, there's no getting out. You fell in love and he went, and love is a tender trap. And I said, you can't finish a song like that. And he said, who can't finish a song like that? I said, you can't. He said, you've got to go, and love. He said, that's an F. I said, that's an F, and you're Frank Sinatra. Well, if you play that record of his, you listen to that, and he hits that F.
And you made him hit it. You got an F out of Sinatra.
Yeah,
There's
an F
something
out of
weird about
Sinatra.
it.
You know
Sammy,
what?
Sammy, thank you for. I mean, Bob Egan's show is very famous, but now, I mean, come on.
I had Sammy Cahn on my show,
He came back for us.
He
you
came
know?
back just for us.
and I'm going to get Eddie Bruce to hit the F. Oh!
I'm not going to pretend I know these words, and I didn't get the tape fast enough to put them up here. So let's see if I can do this. That's all right. I'll just hold it. Who cares? One of the great Sammy Cahn Sinatra songs. You see a pair of laughing eyes, and suddenly you're sighing sighs. You're thinking nothing's wrong. You string along, boy, then snap. Those eyes, those sighs, they're part of the tender trap. You're hand in hand beneath the trees, and soon there's music in the breeze. You're acting kind of smart until your heart just goes whap. Those trees that breeze, they're part of the tender trap. Some starry night when her kisses make you tingle, she'll hold you tight and you'll hate yourself for being single. And all at once it seems so nice, the folks are throwing shoes and rice, and you hurry to a spot that's just a dot on the map. Yeah, you're hooked, you're cooked, you're caught in the tender trap. Come on, Egan. Some starry night when her kisses, they make you tingle, she'll hold you tight and you'll hate yourself for being single. And all at once it seems so nice, the folks are throwing shoes and rice, and you hurry to a spot that's just a dot on the map. And you wonder how it all came about. Well, it's too late now, there's no getting out. You fell in love, and love is the tender trap. And that's an F.
Yes, it is,
That's
baby.
kind of fun, isn't it?
Sammy's proud.
Sammy would be very proud.
Yeah, Sammy was quite a character. I mean, he had a story about every one of his songs, and you just think of the years he covered and how much ground he covered and how much writing he did with Julie Stein, with Jimmy Van Heusen, and so many great songs. So he was nominated, as I mentioned earlier, for 31 Academy Awards, and one of the reasons is that he was not a Broadway writer; he was a movie writer. So his songs were always in the movies, which is one of the reasons that. And it took him like a lot of years before he actually won an Oscar. And he said, I remember him telling me he walked up to the stage. It was like he counted the number of steps. It was 31 steps to get there. And it took him like 24 years to walk them. But he also said that he had, I think for High Hopes, he had the shortest acceptance speech ever. He was there with Jimmy Van Heusen, and he said thank, and Jimmy said you, and they walked off. He was something. This is one of the songs that won him an Academy Award. The other three are, as you know, Three Coins in the Fountain, High Hopes, and Call Me Irresponsible. Which, by the way, I said to him, Sammy, I love the way you rhyme, like words like irresponsible, unreliable, such great, to be able to get words like that. He said, wait a minute, what about impractical? That's I'm proud of. He was just fun. So let's do this Oscar winner.
Yeah. And by the way, hi, Jill Christos and Greg and Robert Sandy Beach. I love your story there. That's wonderful.
Hi, Sandy Beach.
Yeah,
Wow,
good.
Sandy.
Everybody's writing some really interesting stuff tonight, Edward. See what?
Great names.
Anyway, yeah.
Isn't that a great
All
name?
right. I love this song.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless she loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller than the tallest tree is, that's how it's got to feel. And deeper than the deep blue sea is. That's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless she needs you all the way through the good or lean years, and for all those in between years. Come what may, and who knows where this road will lead us. Only a fool would say, oh, but if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. So if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. What a song. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Bobby, this was so much fun.
Thank you for being here and doing this.
So much fun.
I love that you were here, and I'm glad that we were talking last week and that this all came about. I don't know how this all got.
You know how it came about. I said, Egan, why didn't you ask me to do this Sammy Cahn?
I
Sammy
said
Davis
you didn't
show?
ask me.
And you said, how come you didn't ask me? Right.
And then I gave him $10, and he was happy.
And I came up. You covered my gas.
$10?
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute.
He covers the gas.
We do have one more song in the show, but before we do that, I want to say a couple things. First of all, I want to thank all of you for supporting our show with your Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, cash, checks, whatever. Everything, every little thing helps because our overhead is still up there and it has increased, of course. So we would love to keep things going. Hi, Warren Shine. I just saw you pop in. And Mary Helen down in Tyler, Texas. I want to keep the show going, so we love your support, and it comes in handy, trust me. And also, we'll be back in 2 weeks for our Disney Halloween show, where everybody's doing a Disney song in Disney costume or something for that.
I'm busy that night.
And Eddie is
But
busy
thanks for
tonight.
asking.
And we also want to thank the man behind the scenes, Christian Hawkins.
There he is.
You are the best.
He hit every cue perfectly.
You're amazing.
Yes, he is.
You should hire me, Eddie.
Yeah, you should.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
You are amazing, and thank you for everything tonight, Christian. You were
Great show tonight, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
so much fun. Always so much fun. I love when you come down here and can be on the show. You're only like an hour away now.
You don't give me the $10 you give Eddie.
I'll give it to you.
I'll give you 20.
Oh, good. Perfect. I'm off the hook.
Thanks, guys. It's been fun.
All right, well,
It's a bidding war.
we have one last song on the show. And hi, Carol Trabero. I just saw you pop in there, too. And we wanted to end with one more Sam Cooke song. And it turns out this is one of Barry's numbers. So maybe we'll get a little harmony on the other mic from Eddie and Susie. But this is a great number. I love this. And thank you all for being here tonight. So.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving to me. Bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One more thing. I'll give you jewelry and money, money, money too. And that ain't all I'll bring to you. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you, you know I'll always be your slave till I'm buried in my grave. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. You know I tried to treat you right, girl, but you stay down in the night. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you should ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah,
That was
Suzanne.
fun.
Wow, yeah.
Barry,
All
once
right. Oh,
we got
thank
in
you
the
so
groove
much.
of that, I never wanted to stop.
So in case my parole officer isn't listening, my real name is Warhoftig, Barry Warhoftig, but Barry Warren. You know, if you have a band, you know, Barry Warren Orchestra sounds better than the Barry Warhoftig.
I don't know. You know, the trend now is to go with the ethnic
It is.
name. You
It
know,
is.
go
So
with
I'm
the
going full ethnic.
If you
I'm
go
going full-
Ward-Hoftig, I'll go Horwitz.
Wait, that's your what? Bruce is not his left. I'm astounded by this. Hey, he made a nice cocktail for himself, but how about the rest of the crew? That's all right. Bob, he was terrific. He was terrific.
It's Egan.
Anyway.
So if you want to see the Hot Club of Philadelphia, which is my gypsy jazz band, we're going to be at City Winery on December 1st.
Great.
And if you go to the website, all shall be revealed.
Do you have to do something that you didn't tell us about?
Well, it is a little chilly, and I had a little bit of wine. And anyway, so what the hell was I saying?
all
yeah.
relieved.
So go to the website, hotclubphilly.com, and all shall be revealed. And we're going to be at Rex at the Royal, the trio version of the band. We're going to be there on later this month, one of the Sundays, the last Sunday. Who knows what the date is? Who knows? Who knows? But
I don't know.
the shadow knows. But
shadow
anyway,
knows.
so it was
Last
just,
Sunday of October?
I believe so.
The 27th.
I believe so. Man.
Yeah.
It's like Rain. He's like Rain Man.
I am, I
Thank,
know.
thank you,
just know when
Barry,
I'm- I
and
know when I'm at Luca,
Jack
and I
and
know that-
Jack
Wow.
and Susie. If you can get in there to wave goodbye, that would be great.
Oh,
but
come
if
on,
you can't,
come on.
Come on, get in there.
Can everybody wave goodbye? Thank you all for being here tonight. I really
Cheers,
appreciate it. I love that
cheers.
you love this music. And Eddie, thank you so much for being my co-host and
My
dear friend all these
honor,
years.
Bob. It was a
And I love you very much. Thank you, Christian.
Great
Thank you all.
co-host, yeah.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great week.
All right. God bless. Cheers. Take care.